Hello friends, welcome in the lecture of Dynamics of Machinery subject. Myself Mitesh Patel. I am a assistant professor in a mechanical department at a Dr. Subhas Technical Campus, Junagadh. Today's our lecture topic is a vibration, isolation and transmissibility. So in this lecture we discuss about what is the isolation and how the vibration is isolated from the foundation or from other parts, and what is the transmissibility and the equation of isolation and transmissibilities derives, and also see the examples related to isolation and transmissibility. So let's start the lecture. Okay, so first of all, what is the isolation? Means the vibration isolation. So vibration are produced in machine having unbalanced masses or forces. We know that if any kind of unbalanced forces, then vibration is generated. The vibration are transmitted to the foundation which the machine are mount. Foundation upon which the machine are mounted, which is undesirable, because if the machines are mounted on the foundation and the vibration are transmitted to the foundation, then this is the undesirable things. The foundation are broken, then the parts are loose, so many undesirable things are happens if the vibration are transmitted to the foundation. And it sometimes happens that the machines are come out from the foundations due to the vibration if they transmit to the foundation from machine to foundation. So therefore it is essential to isolate the machine from the foundation so that the adjoining structure is not set into heavy vibration. This is known as a vibration. Because of the transmitted to the vibration to the foundation, some undesirable things are happen. So it's necessary to isolate the machine from the foundation. So that type of isolation provided to the machine to the foundation is called the vibration isolation. Okay. Now, what is the objective of vibration isolation? The basic objective of vibration isolation is the protect the delicate machine from excessive vibrations transmitted it from its supporting structure. Okay. So first objective of isolation is to protect the machines or delicate machines from the excessive vibration transmitted to the supporting structure, and the other objective is to prevent the vibratory forces generated by the machines from being transmitted to the supporting structure. So main two objectives of the isolation is one is it's try to isolate the machine with the foundation in terms of force and in terms of motion. So isolator material or the isolate the machine from the foundation in means of force and motion. So it's reduce or transmit or stop the motion to transmit from machine to foundation, and also stop or reduce the transmission of vibration or motion from machine to supporting structure or foundation. Okay. So main two objective of isolation is to reduce the transmitting a force and transmitting a motion to foundation or supporting structure. Okay. The effectiveness of isolation may be measured in terms of force or motion transmitted to the existence. Okay. So effectiveness of isolation, it can be measured with the how much amount of motion and force are reduced to transmit from machine to foundation. Okay. Accordingly, it is known as a force isolation or motion isolation. Okay. So, two types of isolation are there, force or motion isolation. The lesser force or motion transmitted, the greater is the isolation. If one isolator material is transmit a very less amount of motion and force from vibrating body to supporting structure, then isolation is good, we can say that. Okay. Now, vibration isolators. The vibration isolations may be obtained by placing isolating materials. Isolation is possible with some kind of materials, and this type of material is called the isolators. Okay. It is between the vibrating body and supporting foundations or structure. Okay. This material is placed between the vibrating body and supporting structure, and it's isolate the both things. Isolating material are elastics and possess damping properties. The various types of isolating materials are rubber, felt, cork and metallic strip or spring. Okay. Spring, rubber, cork and felt, these are the materials or isolators which can isolate the vibrating body from the supporting structure, or it's absorbing the vibrating force and vibration motion. Okay. So, this is the main 4 types of isolating materials which are widely used. Okay. Now, vibration transmissibility. The vibration are transmitted from machine to supporting structure on which the machine is mounted, or from supporting structure to machine. So, transmission are possible to vice versa, from support to machine or machine to support. The transmission of vibration can be specified by one of the following the terms: the force transmissibility and motion transmissibility. So, transmissibility are two types, or transmission by two types: force transmission and motion transmission. Okay. So, first of all, we see the force transmissibility, means the isolation is reduce the force to transmit from vibrating body to supporting structure, but not totally stops, it's reduce the force, but some kind of force is transmitted to the vibrating body to supporting structure. So, study the force transmissibility. Force transmissibility is defined as the ratio of force transmitted to the supporting structure or foundation to the force impressed upon the system, or force generated into the system. Okay. So, force transmissibility is defined by the ratio, and ratio is the force transmitted to the foundation to force generated to the system. Okay. So, Ft is the force transmitted to foundation, and of O is the force impressed or generated to the system. Okay. Now, force transmissibility measures the effectiveness of the vibration isolating material. So, how much amount of force is transmitted, according to that the effectiveness of vibration isolation material is decided, if how much effectiveness or how much effective. Consider the mass M is supported on the foundation by means of an isolator and excited by the external force F0 sin omega t, means the harmonic force as shown in figure. Okay. So figure is there. The mass is isolated with the foundation by isolator material as shown in figure. Here this square is the isolator and this is the mass and this is the foundation. Okay. Now the simple harmonic force or excitation force is provided. Now K is the equivalent stiffness of isolator and C is the damping coefficient of isolator. Now consider the force acting on mass or draw the free body diagram of the given mass as shown in figure. The first external force we assumed or apply to the mass is the simple harmonic mass F0 sin omega t. It's in downward direction. Okay. Now the inertia force is initially displacement opposite to initially displacement, so it's in upward direction. Now the damping force is opposite the motion, so motion is downward, so it's apply in upward direction. And spring force is also in opposed to compress the spring or tension the spring, so it's also in opposite direction to motion. Okay, so it's also in upward. Okay, so now these four forces are applied onto the mass. Okay, and now according to forces we draw or refine this figure isolating materials with this figure. Okay, so isolating material is work as a damper also and its work as a spring also. It's also transmit a motion. Okay, some kind of motion. Now these four forces or vector diagram are shown in figure. So all forces are places in proper diagram. So the complete four forces vector diagram are given in figure. Okay. So this figure is represent the vector diagram of all four forces. Okay. Now force transmitted to the foundation. One is the spring force and another is the damping force. The total force transmitted to the foundation is the vector sum of these two forces. Okay. If we consider this first figure, and according to that we can decide that these two forces are transmitted. One is the spring force and damping force to the foundation. Okay. So considering the total transmitted force to the foundation is Ft, is the vector sum of two forces acting on founder, spring force and damping force, summation. Okay. These two forces, spring force and damping force, are 90 degree out of phase as shown in figure. Okay. C omega x and kx is the damping force and spring force. Okay. Now so the force transmitted to the foundation Ft and force impressed upon the mass. Okay. The F0 is the force generated or force applied to the system F0 and Ft is the total force transmitted to the foundation. Okay. Now as per the discussion we know that the force transmitted to the foundation is the sum of the vector sum of these two forces. So it's in under root kx square plus c omega x square according to, from the figure we can say that according to Pythagoras. So Ft square is equal to c omega x square plus kx square. Okay. So if the Ft square is removed, then the kx square and c omega x square is in under root. Okay. Now from this equation x is taken from under root, so it's become x squared to x. Okay, now from this equation we know that the x is the displacement, force vibration displacement, and we see the earlier in video or in lecture the displacement equation we already derived. So here the value of displacement equation are apply into in this equation. So equation become as shown in figure, and now we rearrange the equation and equation become the as shown in slide. Okay, if we enter this under root value or multiply with the f0 upon k, then k is come into the under root 1 upon k, 0 upon k value is multiply with the under root, and 1 upon k is multiply, f0 is as it is, so it goes into the under root, so it's k square in upon, so k square cancel and 1 is there, and k square is in upon of c omega square. Okay, so this is the equation, and now it's convert into the 2 zeta omega n value. So c omega upon k is equal to 2 zeta omega upon omega n. Okay, ready? So this value is put in this equation. C omega k is equal to 2 zeta omega upon omega n, and finally this is the equation of force transmitted to the system or foundation. Okay, so this is the equation from which we can find out the force transmitted from machine to foundation. Okay, now and also force transmissibility TR is the Ft upon F0. So this is the equation of force transmitted to the foundation. If we have to find out the force transmissibility, then this is the ratio of force transmitted to force impressed. Okay, so transmissibility equation become Ft upon F0. So F0 is come out to left side, and Ft upon F0 ratio is happen and is called the transmissibility. Okay, so transmissibility equation is as shown in slide, and now the angle of lag between the force transmitted Ft and force generated into or force applied to the system F0. So it is defined by the phi minus alpha as per shown in vector diagram. Here the F0, this phase angle is total phi between the kx and F0, and Ft having angle between the kx and Ft is a alpha. Okay, so angular distance between the F0 and Ft is a phi minus alpha. Okay, so phase angle difference between the Ft and F0 is a phi minus alpha, and alpha value from this triangle we can get that then tan alpha is equal to opposite force c omega x and nearby force kx, c omega x upon kx. Tan alpha is equal to, so alpha is equal to tan inverse cm omega x upon kx. Okay, and now x is cancelled and c omega upon k is convert into the zeta omega omega n value. Okay, so we know that C omega upon k is equal to 2 zeta omega upon omega n. Okay, clear? Now we know that what is the value of 5. So according to 5 minus alpha, so equation of 5 minus equation of alpha. Okay, so 5 minus alpha is equal to these two equations subtraction as per shown in slide. Okay, this is the 5 minus alpha. Clear? Now see the motion transmissibility. First in this session, first we discuss about the force transmissibility. Now we discuss about the motion transmissibility. So motion transmissibility, in case of force vibration due to the excitation of support, is defined as the ratio of absolute amplitude of mass to the amplitude of the base excitation. Therefore, the motion transmissibility is the x upon y. X is the amplitude of mass and y is the amplitude of base excitation. Okay. So motion transmissibility is the ratio of amplitude of vibrating body and amplitude of foundation. Okay. So x upon y. The ratio is defined the motion transmissibility. Okay. So according to that, x upon y, as we know that the equation of displacement, we know that. So put the value of displacement equation for a force vibration and the equation become as shown in slide. Okay, and now this same equation of phase angle or phase lag between the force transmitted and between the force transmitted and force generated into the system. Okay. Now see the example of this true transmissibility, isolation transmissibility and isolation and motion and force transmissibility. Okay. So first example, see the data. Machine having a mass is given, machine having a mass 100 kg. The running speed 1500 rpm. So speed is n is equal to 1500 rpm, is mounted on the spring stiffness 10 raised to 6. Okay, so spring stiffness is a 10 raised to 6 Newton per meter. The damping having a damping factor zeta value is a 0.3. Now a 3 kg piston, the M0 mass is given within the machine having a reciprocating motion with a stroke of 100 mm, and determine the amplitude of vibration of machine and force transmitted to the foundation. Amplitude of vibration of machine x, value of x, and in the second statement we have to find out the force transmitted to the foundation Ft. Okay, so we have to find out the two value x and Ft. Okay, the stroke length is given, so radius is a 50, stroke length is 100 is equal to 2r and radius of crank is a 50 mm. Now the omega value is equal to 2 pi n upon 60. So we have omega value, omega d value is the 157.08 radian per second. Okay, omega value is the force circular frequency, not omega d. Okay, it's a value of omega. Now we know that the value of omega n is find out with the under root k upon m, and here the case is the forced vibration and specifically defined with the reciprocating element, the unbalance generated due to the reciprocating element, and the vibration is also generated due to the reciprocating unbalanced forces. So here we know that the equation of amplitude for a reciprocating element. Okay. So m0 m r omega upon omega n. So omega we already find out. We have to find out the omega n, and omega n we know that find out with the help of under root k upon m, and the value of k is given 10 raised to 6 stiffness of spring, and the mass of machine is given is 100. The omega n value is the 100 radian per second. Now put the all values of elements in this equation, m0, m, r, omega n and zeta. Zeta value is also given directly in data of example. So we directly get the value of amplitude of forced vibration due to the reciprocating unbalance. Okay. So value of x is 2.12 mm or 2.12 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Now the impressed force F0 is generated, impressed force generated on machine or on system due to the rotating element or reciprocating element, or we directly say that from the reciprocating is transmitted to the crankshaft, and due to the crankshaft the vibration is generated. So m r omega square. So here omega is already find out, m0 is given, the reciprocating mass is given m0 3 kg, and the radius is given radius is find out from the stroke length on the value of 0.05 meter, and now the force value is the 3700.64 Newton. This is the generated force into the system due to the reciprocating unbalance. And now we have to find out the force transmissibility TR. We have to find out the force transmitted to the foundation, but we know that the force transmissibility is equal to Ft upon F0. It is the ratio of force transmitted to the force generated to the system. Okay, so Ft upon F0. So we have a value of F0, and if we find out the transmissibility TR, then we find out the Ft. So first we have to find out the TR, transmissibility of force or force transmissibility, and we know the equation of force transmissibility, and from this equation we find out we have above all element value zeta, omega and omega n. So put the value of all elements, and finally we get the value of force transmissibility is 0.7879, and put the value of force transmissibility in this equation and F0 value, and finally we get the value of Ft, means the force transmitted to the foundation is the 2915.99 Newton. Okay, this is our final answer. Okay, now see the second example. A refrigerator, unit of mass 30 kg. The mass of unit is given 30 kg. It is supported by this 3 spring. The unit operates at a 500 rpm. Rpm is given. So from that we can find out the omega value 2 pi n upon 60. So omega is the 52.35 radian per second. Now if 10% of the stacking force of refrigerator unit is to be transmitted to the supporting structure, determine the spring constant K. We have to find out the spring constant K, or we know that the K is find out with the help of omega n equation. Omega n is equal to under root K upon m. So we have a value of m. If we find out the omega n, then we find out the stiffness K or spring constant K. Okay. So if the 10% of shaking force of refrigerator unit is to be transmitted to the supporting structure. So transmissibility is the 10%. If we convert into the value of transmissibility to percent to value is a 0.1. The transmissibility is a 0.1. Okay. So now we have a equation of force transmissibility. TR is equal to under root 1 plus in bracket 2 zeta omega upon omega n and bracket square and in upon under root value as per equation. Now damping is not present, it's not mentioned is here there, damping is not mentioned, so damping value, damping element is not there, so the damping value is 0, so zeta is also 0, so zeta value is a 0. So zeta value is 0, so multiplication value is 0, so 1 plus 0, and here also this value is 0. Okay. So only we have to find out the omega n, sorry, we have to find out the value of omega n, so we have to find out the value of omega and TR, and we know that the value of TR and the value of omega, so from that we can find out the value of omega n. Okay, and omega n value is the 15.78 radian per second. Okay, we have to find out the value of K, that's why we find out the value of omega n, and omega n value is find out from the help of equation of force transmissibility. Force transmissibility are given, omega value is there but zeta is not there, but particular this case the damping is not given, so damping value is 0, so zeta is also 0, so zeta is 0, then this value is 0 and this value is 0, so equation become here 1 upon as shown in figure, and we have to find out the value of omega, and we have a value of omega and TR, so put the value of TR and omega, and finally we get the value of omega and 15.78 radian per second. And now three springs are there, so according to equation omega n, so we have to consider the equivalent stiffness Ke. Okay, so Ke upon m, and from this equation we get the Ke, and from that we have to find out the divide by 3, then we get the value of K, and we directly put the value of Ke in this equation and directly get the spring constant or stiffness of particular single spring. Okay, if we directly get the Ke, then this is the equivalent stiffness, and from equivalent stiffness we have to find out the value of stiffness value of single spring. Okay, and if the value of this equivalent stiffness in this equation, and we get the directly value of stiffness for a single spring. Okay, and this is the 2490.08 Newton per meter. Okay, so the K value is find out, and the equation example is complete. Okay, so I hope that you very well understand the isolation, force transmissibility and motion transmissibility, and also understand the how to solve the examples related to this topics, isolation and transmissibility. And thank you for listening and watching this video. Thank you.